Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on, guys? Interesting show for you guys today. Today, we're going to take that diary entry that we've already evaluated. We attributed that to being from Madeline Sotos. We attributed it from Madeline Sotos because it was our understanding that this stuff was removed from Maddie's property, and was cataloged under being in Maddie's possessions, okay? It was very sad, okay, to just say the least, all right? But now that we have more writing samples, unfortunately, we don't have any more writing samples from Madeline. Maybe that will come in time, but we have writing samples from Stephan Stearns and from Jenn Sotos. We're going to compare Jenn Sotos' handwriting to this diary entry. We're even going to compare Stephan Stearns' handwriting to this diary entry. I want to see if this diary entry being from Madeline Sotos still stands up, okay? We assumed it was because it came from her property. We're reacting to this real time, so things are subject to change. That's how true crime works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how investigations work. But now that we have more information, let's do that comparison and let's see if our minds are changed with what exactly we're working with. Let's get into it. So here are two different samples. One is the supporting deposition. This is the same deposition that we used to compare Jenn Sotos' handwriting with the poem, that world famous poem at this point that's shocking the internet, that people just could not believe that Stephan Stearns had the audacity to author a poem like that, because we believe Stephan Stearns did that, right? Now let's see if she matches the handwriting of this entry. So I'm going to read the entry for you guys again. It says, number 5, my fluctuating moods, anxiety, and trauma-related symptoms affect my memory, concentration, focus, and energy levels. I also have severe trauma responses when I encounter all males. And then she kind of have scratched out here that something my perpetrator could be resembles or something like that. My perpetrator. Very interesting. And up here it says, my illnesses and conditions limit my ability to work by affecting my memory. So now let's take a look and let's see. We don't have handwriting samples from Maddie. At least we don't have enough of a sample from Maddie to know what her style is. But let's see if it's overwhelming that Jenn wrote this. So let's take a look. So go over here to the supporting deposition by Jenn. Oh my gosh, sorry. A little too fast there. Let's see what we can find. So let's check out the T's. Any lowercase T's? These T's, these lowercase T's. Well, this is not a T. This is an F. Let's see if she has any F's. See if those F's mimic what we see here. I don't see it. Let's take a look. Any F's? All right, so let's go to the T's now. The T's look very similar. Very similar. Let me see if I can find like a 2. Or my, because we have my's over here. Let's see if we have 2's or my's. Perfect. I got the hand grab. Perfect. Technology is beautiful, isn't it? I'm trying to look for similar words. So let's look at and. Let's look at and here. The A definitely looks a little similar. This one has a much bigger, a much smaller circle, with a longer stem. This one's a little shorter. No, this one, they don't look similar. So let's go over here. Let's see if there's another and here. Yeah. This A certainly looks like this A. Let's check out the ends. Let's check out the Y's. This Y is a little similar to that Y. This Y is much more similar. Even though the dip isn't as pronounced. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have to, I'm not sure on this one. Let's see the S's. The S's are similar. The S's are definitely similar. The Y's are not. Some of them look like a Jenn Sotos Y. Some of them look like a Stephan Stearns Y. Very interesting that it's coming off like that. Let's see the S's. I want to see something, guys. Let's look at Stephan Stearns and see if he possibly authored this. There's a possibility that neither Jenn nor Maddie wrote this. Let's see the E's. E. The T's are very similar. Let's see the H's. See if we can find an H over here. There's always an H. Like we're watching Wheel of Fortune right now or something like that. So there's the H. E. N. This N is not similar to Stephan. So this doesn't look like Stephan Stearns' handwriting to me. Let's check the F. So let's go back down to Jenn Sotos. Let's check the number 5. Let's see Jenn's 5. We got different handwriting here, so I'm not too confident in this. It's like somebody like kind of pre-filled it out. These areas typically can be very tricky because sometimes the officers are the ones that are filling out this area and you see a different pen. So I wouldn't trust the numbers that we find up here because I believe that they were probably filled out by the police officer, to be honest with you. Let's go to the M's again. I want to go back to the M's and the D's. The D's don't look similar, guys. The D's for Jenn Sotos are big bubble D's. Look at these D's. Big bubble D. Big B's, big bubble B's, big double bubble B's, big bubble D's. Look at that. And the D over here has a long stem and a really small bubble. Let's find another D if we can on this same thing. Long stem, small bubble. I don't know. I can't say that this was written by Jenn. It's possible. And I've heard this theory float around, ladies and gentlemen. I've heard this theory float around that Maddie may have copied this from her mother's disability claim because it related so much to her. It's possible. Even when we look at the O's, double O's, Jenn's double O's always interlock. They're like the infinity sign. They're always took, interlocked double O. Let me zoom in on that, guys. Maybe I zoomed in too much. There we go. Bring it out. Interlocked in school, interlocked in took. There's another one over here. Another school, interlocked. They're like the infinity sign. They're interlocked, right? Another school over here, interlocked. Then when we go over here, they touch, but they're never interlocked. They touch, but they're never interlocked. Let me see if I have another example of a double O in this statement over here. The S's are very pronounced. There's only one S with a short stem at the top, and that's in close. Every other S that we find in her statement has a long swirl. This one has short swirls on the top, except for this one over here. And even then, this one's down slanted in this diary entry, and hers are usually flat or up slanted. And then we go to this 5. So we do find a number here, which is very interesting. So look at the 5 here for 8:45 a.m. in her statement to the police. And then we go back over here and we look at this 5, and they're not similar. They're not similar. They're not similar at all. And let me go up here. Is there any other numbers here? Look at all. Let's see if she has all over here, or ALL, all males. She kind of brings those two together. Let me see. Even look, they're touching, but they're close to joining. Look at that. Let's do the Fs. Let's see if we have any Fs over here. And this is fluctuating, but I don't know if this is like erased or something, but that's supposed to be an F there for fluctuating. I got to tell you guys, to me, at this point, it's inconclusive. I cannot say definitively that this is or is not her handwriting. We look at office here. Look how her Fs are put together. And look how fluctuating with an F here is written. You could barely see that this is an F. There's no line there to delineate, for you to discern that this is an F. And then we get over here, we have focus, and the F comes down and kind of joins with the T. Over here, the F has a stem, so she brings it up, effect, and then the T, or he or she brings it down with a line, then brings it around with the cross. There's no stem here. There's no stem on her F sticking out. There's no stems. And these are tells, man. This is like stylistic stuff. This is how somebody's going to write, period. Like we go over here to off, and let's get a closer look at that. Off. There's no stem at all. This is not written. This was not written, in my opinion. I have come to a decision, ladies and gentlemen. Even over here with this 4, where it seems like to be a stem in the front, it's the exact opposite of where the stems are over here, which is in the back. I'm going to say that it's my opinion. Take it for whatever it's worth. We're exploring this together. You guys are not supposed to agree with me unless you really agree with me. I want to hear what you think inside of the comments section. But it's of my opinion that this is not Jenn Sotos' handwriting in the diary entry. Now, we have a few handwriting analysis experts who watch the show. I would like for you to reach out to me via email. We can bring you on the show. Even if it's more than one of you, it'd be nice to have a panel. We'll bring you on the show as a panel. If it's one person, just bring that person. If it's more than one person, I'll bring you on as a panel, and we can go through this together. And I'd love to hear your expert opinions on what you think is happening in these two different samples. If you think they're Jenn Sotos, but I don't believe that this is Jenn Sotos. People were saying, we believe that this is Jenn Sotos. I hear you. It does not appear to be something that a 13-year-old girl would write. I believed it to be probably from Maddie since it was found in her property. At least that's the information that I received. If anybody has any different information, let me know. Once again, Strategic doesn't know everything. We're learning together. We are solving this puzzle together. We're going on this journey together. But now that I'm looking at these two different samples, I'm not convinced, ladies and gentlemen. I am not convinced. Before we call it a day, guys, let me see if I can find a G. Because we see G here in energy. Let me see if I can find a G. And let's look at the R. Look at these R's here. It's a perfect R. That's a really nice R. This R looks like a V. So let me see if we can find a G. If we can't find a G, then I will leave you with this, ladies and gentlemen, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about what we just looked at in the comment section. And I don't see a G, just off of looking. So guys, like and subscribe, join the channel, guys. I don't think that this is Jenn Sotos who wrote this. I think they're very similar, and it might be indicative of it being similar because it's a mother and a daughter. But I'd love to get your opinion on it. So please make sure you like, subscribe, join the channel. Make sure that you leave your opinions in the comment section, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.